Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
So, I am your instructor for today. I am Ocol, and our discussion for today is about the role of a teacher. So, but before we proceed to our main topic, let me ask you first, what is the difference between learner-centered teaching and the teacher-centered teaching? Yes, Wilmer?
So, based on my opinion, teacher-centered teaching, it only focuses on teaching, and also there is no collaboration with student, while the learner-centered teaching, it focuses on learners, because in learner-centered teaching, it has the engagement or collaboration between students and teacher, which is the student is gaining knowledge from teacher and teacher is gaining knowledge also from student.
Exactly, very good. Thank you. And so now we proceed to our main topic. So the role of the teacher in learner-centered teaching. Teacher roles. Teacher role refers to the different function a teacher can have in a class. The role usually implies the relationship between the teacher and the learner. So the number one role is what? Planner. So, yes, Mr. Maturan, what is planner?
Planner prepares and thinks through the lesson in detail before teaching. It has variety and it is appropriate for different learners in the class. So, for me, in my own opinion, yung planner, the role ng teacher is planner. Siya kasi yung nag-prepare ng mga lesson, kung anong i-discuss niya everyday sa kanyang klase.
Yes, no. Important talaga yung planner kasi ito yung this will be the guide of the teacher. So how he or she start the class and end the class, and how he or she will deliver his class to his students. So we need a plan to teach to our students. That's why the teachers have lesson plan.
Yes.
So the the number two is, yes, Wilmer?
So, the number 2 or the second is informer. It gives the learners detail or information about the language or about an activity. So, based on what I have read from the word itself, info, the teacher are giving information to the student for them, or instruction for them to catch up or to understand deeply about what would be the specific topic or activity they will discuss.
Yes, thank you. Very good. Because information is important, so that the students, give them the direct information so that they know how or what they will do, or because of the instruction, they know how to finish the what is this called, the task that they given to them. So the third one is manager. So I will be the one who will read it. So make sure everything in class is running smoothly and set up the rules and routine. So when you say manager, what comes into your mind? Yes, Wilmer?
So, when we say manager, usually they are the one who manage in a classroom settings. So, I guess the teacher are giving or creating rules and regulations in their class to manage or to avoid something unnecessary things to happen.
Yes, very good. Exactly. So, we'll proceed to the next. Okay. So, the number 4 is monitor. Yes, Mr. Matura, do you have any idea about monitor?
Monitor is the one who check the individuals for their performance. Example, the role teacher is the monitor the class, check their performance, giving activities, na-assist nila yung student kung may matutunan ba sa kanilang mga class discussion.
Yes, so monitor is important so that the teacher for them to identify also that the students learn from their from the topics that they give to the students. So I hope that you understand the topics. So that later on, I will monitor the topics that I will give it to you and give it some tasks also. So the fifth one is involver. So yes, what do you have an idea?
So, number 5 is involver, from the word itself, involves. So, I think it is one of the most important or essential things that we should always consider in learner-centered teaching. Because we all know that in learner-centered teaching, it practices the collaboration where everyone can freely have the freedom to express their ideas, thoughts, opinions when it comes to the specific activities.
Yes, very good. So the important, no, the teacher needs to involve with the students for them also to use their critical thinking from the activities that they give. So the next one is number 6 is parents or friends comfort learners when they are upset or unhappy. So when you as you observe, no, inside the classroom there's some of students are introvert. So
Yes.
we need to also to check them always, as a teachers. So ask them what are they going through, because we don't know what they're going through outside or inside the classroom. So we need always to check the health of our students, because we as a teacher we are the second parents of the students. So if we are their second parents, so we need to check always their health. So the next one is number 7. So number 7, do you have any idea, Wilmer?
So, diagnostician. It is able to recognize the learner's difficulties. So, as what you have stated earlier, sir, that as a teacher, you should always recognize your learners when it comes to success and difficulties in life. Because we can never know what is the problems or what the student is feeling right now, like that.
Okay, very good. So when you say diagnostician, no, is able to recognize the learner's difficulties. So you, as a teacher, also you need to identify that if your teaching strategies is also it's easy to catch up for your students, so that it is understandable, so that the students they didn't so that the students they can easily catch your lesson. So we need also to identify talaga yung teaching strategies ng teachers. And then next one is resource. Yes, Mr. Matura, do you have any idea about resource?
Resource can be used by the learners for help and advice. Some form, a resource is workbook like instructional material.
As you observe, no, inside the classroom there's some of students are introvert. So
Yes.
we need to also to check them always, as a teachers. So ask them what are they going through, because we don't know what they're going through outside or inside the classroom. So we need always to check the health of our students, because we as a teacher we are the second parents of the students. So if we are their second parents, so we need to check always their health. So the next one is number 7. So number 7, do you have any idea, Wilmer?
So, diagnostician. It is able to recognize the learner's difficulties. So, as what you have stated earlier, sir, that as a teacher, you should always recognize your learners when it comes to success and difficulties in life. Because we can never know what is the problems or what the student is feeling right now, like that.
Okay, very good. So when you say diagnostician, no, is able to recognize the learner's difficulties. So you, as a teacher, also you need to identify that if your teaching strategies is also it's easy to catch up for your students, so that it is understandable, so that the students they didn't ano ba, to so that the students they can easily catch your lesson. So we need also to identify talaga yung teaching strategies ng teachers. And then next one is resource. Yes, Mr. Maturo, do you have any idea about resource?
Resource can be used by the learners for help and advice. Some for me, no, a resource is like instructional materials. So, for me, resource kung saan natin kinukuha yung mga information about sa mga sample sa mga lesson, sa mga projects or activities binibigyan ng teacher. So, although ngayon is high-tech naman tayo, no? Pumupunta naman tayo sa mga internet cafe, nag-browse naman tayo para sa mga idea na pupunin natin. At hindi kagaya ng dati, pumupunta pa tayo sa mga library para kumukuha ng mga resource and information about sa ating mga project.
Exactly, very good. No? So as you can see about the roles of a teacher, so we need the teacher is reliable to his students. So the students need to ask the teachers, give the instruction properly, so that they know how to find it. Especially when the students meets up. So the number one resource is their teachers. So I think that's all with my discussion for today. So I hope that you understand. Any clarification or questions about the topics that we tackled about today?
None, sir.
Okay, so we will proceed to our activities, so that I hope that you understand the lesson. No? So I will give you an activities so that I will monitor if you have if you learn something about the topic. Okay. So guys, we will start the activities. So I will test you if you really understood the lesson that we tackled earlier. So we'll call the group 1. Pick 1.
So, I pick the word inform. So, for me, the role of teacher is informer. Because teachers inform us about lesson, class discussion, or announcement. That's all.
Next, group 2. So, the word that you pick is monitor.
So, monitor. For me, teachers monitor us on what we're doing, on how we excel, and how we perform inside the class.
Okay, very good. So, let's go on. The next group will be the group 3 and the last group. Okay.
Planner. So the word that I have picked is planner. So the role of a teacher in a learner-centered teaching is planner. Why? Because teacher is the one who organizes the class. Because if the teacher is a planner, maybe the outcome of the class will be organized and will go through like has a good outcome. Because through that, he can really explain very well the lessons or the topic that they are discussing, because he have the plan, which is one of the example that Sir Luke said to us, that lesson plan.
Okay, very good. So, guys, thank you, and I hope that you will apply it to the future if you become a future educator. And that's all. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye and thank you, sir.